When was the last time anyone here ate stroganoff? I would like to know your last stroganoff.
Childhood.
1986.
It's been a couple of years at least.
Yeah, childhood for me for sure.
I actually a couple of years ago I went to a nice German restaurant in Vancouver.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Was it Bauhaus before it shut down?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I go over to Vancouver for what's it? Eat Vancouver, eat live, eat.
Dine Out Vancouver.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. My brain was
Yeah.
not doing it.
Depending on how long ago this was, that could have been Bauhaus, which is mostly known as Uwe Boll's restaurant, the weird video game movie director. But it shut down like the first week of lockdown. I remember because I lived down the block and I got to watch them load the entire wine safe into an armored car, which was a lot of wine.
That's
Wow.
really neat. That's really
It
cool.
was a weird day.
I believe the story around them loading the wine into an armored car is that they may have been trying to avoid having the bottles seized in their bankruptcy, and they were like
Something like that, yeah.
trying to get all of the wine collection out of the restaurant before before they got foreclosed on and had all their assets seized.
Wow. Also, I know that that these people are not related because their names are spelled differently, but anytime I hear the last name Boll, I just want to make sure that everyone has seen a photograph of Manute Boll, the basketball player, because he was a tall lad. Have you all seen a photo of Manute Boll?
I'm looking it up
I
right now.
have
It's
not.
BOL.
Oh, whoa.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Hell yeah. Impressive.
So tall. I really love the ones. There's like one of him standing next to gosh, I forget. There's one of him standing next to like Charles Barkley or something. Anyways, he's crazy tall. That's all. Just making sure everyone's looked at a photograph of the guy.
7'7".
Yes.
Damn. Well, that was worth me Googling, so thank you for teaching me about that.
Oh yeah, it is Muggsy Bogues. Thank you. So someone pointed out that there's a photo of him standing next to Muggsy Bogues.
And dunk without jumping.
Yeah.
Wow, that's real tall.
Yeah.
I can't conceive of that kind of height.
Yeah. For a second, Matt, that looked like you were dunking your Peabody.
I know.
Megan, did you learn what the Peabody is for if it's not internet speeches?
Oh, it is for electronic media.
Oh,
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. So it
is
is something that
specifically for
yeah.
internet speeches.
It is specifically kind of for internet speeches.
All right, I'm submitting us. Hold on.
Some giveaways as well.
Ooh, exciting. Sorry, I'm just gonna
Please.
derail us. Sorry, but it's just to go back to basketball.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. No, someone in chat, TXC2, mentioned one of my favorite facts, which is that there's like a graph that shows as you get taller, like your percent likelihood of being a professional basketball player and be in the NBA. And like once you're over 7 foot, you're like 70% to be a professional basketball player.
Wow.
You just get like eventually you get tall enough that you just have to be like really uncoordinated to not be a professional basketball player.
I like the idea that tall people are just getting railroaded into it. You know, like you go and interview at a bank and they're just like, no, down the block. You see the big stadium down there? Over there.
I'm so sorry. We cannot give you a job here. You must go to the NBA first.
If we don't send you their way, we get legal action against us.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
if you could, we'd love to have you, but you got to at least go talk.
You have to at least
Yeah, you get a threatening phone call.
Yeah.
If anybody can find that graph and link it, I would love to see it again because I've looked for it a few times and I haven't been able to find it. So
It was our number one friend for random trivia, which is Athena, who first told us that.
yeah.
Neat.
I'm just like picturing like NBA scouts like enforcing this. Like there's just these gates around the city. Like, you know, when you got to be this tall to get on a roller coaster.
Mhm.
Like, if you're over this height, come with us, sir. Right this way. Take these shorts.
Yes.
Like, take this ball here. We're gonna test you out. You got to try this first before you can go work anywhere else.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Chicago.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to be crouching, would you? No? Okay.
Like you meet a person who's like 7 foot, and you're like, look, I have to ask, has a person from the NBA met you yet?
Yeah. Have you been contacted?
Have you been contacted by our people?
Oh my God. I just remembered a couple of years ago where I got a random phone call from the Portland Trailblazers out of nowhere because I had unintentionally stumbled into their, I don't know, I called the number that I was not supposed to. And they were not thrilled about that, but it was not my fault.
Amazing.
I swear this is an accident.
Yeah, it was at XOXO, and they had like an alternate reality game kind of thing that involved like phones and stuff like that. So it was hosted in the stadium where the Portland Trailblazers play, and we're like, oh, okay, there's phones and there's stuff around here. There's an unmarked phone. I'm gonna pick this up and see what happens. And it just like auto dialed to somewhere and played a voicemail message that I did not understand. And I was like, okay, I don't think that was it. But I left a voicemail with like my name and phone number in case it was relevant. And then I got a phone call like the next day from a very confused person who was like, how did you get this number? How did you this is not a public number. I was like, I don't know what the number is. I just picked up a handset that was in a hallway, man.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Also, someone found the chart.
Oh,
Thank you so
wow.
much.
Oh,
Cute.
the chart.
Nice.
I think my favorite is this dip at 7'1".
What's that
don't
about being
need
7'1"
you. 7'1",
that
they don't
disadvantages you
7
relative
foot,
to
yes,
7 foot
7'1".
player?
7'2". Oh, we're back. Okay.
Yeah.
I once called. There's the Barnum and Bailey Circus Museum in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Which I called once, like I forget why, but for some project or other, I needed to know how like circuses way back in the day in like the 20s and 30s had handled their lighting equipment. Like
Okay.
you know, I don't even remember what it was for now, but I had called them being like, hey. And I got their voicemail, and I was like, hey, can you please call me back? I would really love to know more about like the lighting and stuff. So if you would be able to shed some light on that situation, that would be great. And then I was like, I'm sorry I left a pun on your voicemail. And then I hung up. And they never called me back.
Oh, man.
They're just like, no. This person does not get a reply. And like, I don't know if it was that I made the pun or if it was that I then apologized for it. If they were like, look, if you had stuck the landing, like maybe I would have replied to this, but
oh, that's so good. And somebody being like petty enough to be like, you didn't
No.
commit. No.
absolutely not.
No.
Not enough.